Hello and welcome to another episode of the Dark and Delirious History of Western Music. Today we'll be talking about 19th century composers and their competition of who has the bigger sunrise. I'd like to start with a German composer called Richard Strauss. Strauss was working in the late Romantic era. I realize that I'm saying the name and most of you are looking at me and saying, who? And I'm going to say, yes, you know his music. He was very famous for what we call tone poems. Tone poems are basically soundtrack. So the composer is writing a music to a story and then the orchestra is only playing the music to the story, but you already know the story, so you're recognizing it when you're hearing it in the concert. His most famous tone poem is based on a philosophical book by Friedrich Nietzsche called Also sprach Zarathustra. The beginning of this tone poem sounds like this. See, I told you you know it. The reason you recognize it is because it was used in Space Oddity 2001. This piece came as a personal reply to another composer called Edvard Grieg, which was living in Norway. And at the same time that this piece came out, there was a really famous piece that was basically conquering every music hall in Europe, which was that one. That piece is part of a music telling another fairy tale written by Grieg, and that one is describing the Norwegian sunrise. Now, Strauss thought the Norwegian sunrise is pretty lame, and thus wrote a German sunrise to describe the strong and definite and powerful sunrises in Germany, because that was very important to prove that the German sunrise is better than the Norwegian one. Both pieces, you probably didn't know that, but they're contra-related to each other and came from an ego fight between one man to another one, trying to prove who's got the bigger sunrise. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. Come again next time.